Here is wisdom. Let him who hath understanding calculate the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and it is 600 threescore and six. Okay, we all heard that before, right? We've all heard 666 is going to be the mark of the beast, the number of the beast. We know that's the devil number, right? And that's one of the ones the Luciferians like to flaunt around, along with their 333s and their 33s and their 128s and their 322, all that shit. But we all know, everyone knows 666 goes with the devil. We've all heard that our whole life, right? Okay, well, what you just saw was the opening scene to Netflix's Leave the World Behind. First of all, we know the evil shit going on at Netflix, right? Right? We've all seen their menu and some of the despicable things they do there, right? Okay, well, that opening scene, right? That is a movie set. We know that, right? We know that in a movie set, everything is strategically placed. That room is put together. I know it looks like, well, they're in the movie, they're just living their life. That guy's in bed. Wow, it's just a little messy. It's not like someone just walks in there with a camera and starts filming shit, all right? Everything was strategically placed in there. And you will notice the first 6 is a coffee cup, right? And what it is it's a black coffee cup with a dark, looks like reddish or something, color 7, and then a big white 6 on it. You can barely see the 7, but the 6 contrasts with the black background. You can see that 6 clearly. Then right now, over there, you've got an alarm clock that they're having you focus on, one of them old-timey ones, and it's got the big hand is clearly on the 6, and they're sort of, I don't know, having you focus on that in a way. And then on the other side, if you look, on the other bedside table, they have a digital clock. And the first number on it is a 6, but the other two numbers are strategically covered up with looks like some little jar of something in a book, right? So that's a 666, and that's blatant. They blatantly did that because guess who? The usual suspects produced that movie for Netflix. The Obamas, Barack and Michelle Obama. Well, surprise, fucking surprise. They're both Luciferians, of course. We all know that. They're running the world. Of course they're Luciferians, right? They produced it, which means they put the money up for it, right? They have complete creative control over that. They said to strategically place those 6s there like that for a 666 to show everyone else that's in the big club, that's in the big gang that we're not in, right? That, oh, look, ha, 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 look what we're doing here. And it's also to tell them this: pay attention to this movie because this is predictive programming. This is what they're up to, and they're going to pull this kind of shit on us. Expect some of the things in Leave the World Behind to happen if some of them have not already occurred. Okay? That's why they did that. All right? Those 3 6s were placed there for that reason, because they are Luciferians. Okay? Michelle and Barack Obama, that is a fake relationship. They were placed together. Okay? They both have bloodlines that go all the way back. Luciferian bloodlines. That's why you can see pictures of Barack Obama when he was a young boy with the Bushes, with George Bush and all of them. Why the hell would those families be together like that? Because they're Luciferian bloodlines. The Bush family, Prescott, their bloodlines go all the way back, right? Okay, so Barack and Michelle Obama at Princeton, that's where Michelle did her thing and actually did what she had to do, the rituals and all that, to actually be in the Brotherhood. They got Barack Obama at Columbia. See, they go to the Ivy League schools, and they go through the sororities and fraternities. Get it? Why not? Just only the best and brightest for Lucifer. Why wouldn't you go to the Ivy League schools where only the best and brightest high school students can even get there, right? They got pick of the litter, and they watch them. They approach them their senior year. Okay? They watch them and everything. They know what they want. And they also know that these are the high school students whose parents and family and friends and teachers and everything have praised them their whole life and how great they are and how they're so much smarter than everybody. And they all, they graduated with fucking 4.6 grade point average and shit. They're arrogant and they think they're better than everybody. And they're super smart. Get it? That's just perfect. And they're easy to work. They're easy to get to reel in. oh, you're so much better than everybody. You know, you're smarter. You should be running the world. These peasants, all these other poor peasants, and that aren't educated like we are and stuff. Of course, we're supposed to be running those animals. Okay, you know what they term us? Anyone that's not in their group, anyone that's not a Luciferian, is a profane. They call us the profane. That's what we are, the profane. When they're the profane motherfuckers, the shit they be doing. No, but anyway, so that is why they did that. And like I said, Michelle and Barack Obama, Luciferians, they got them. Like I said, her at Princeton, him at Columbia, through their, you know, through the Greek organizations and shit, right? But also Barack Obama, his mother was a CIA sex operative, where she would go get information and collect by sleeping with guys and doing the honeypot things and all that. So because remember that the bloodline for him goes all the way back, Luciferian. So she's, of course, she's involved with the CIA. That's what was her job, right? So Barack Obama was told when he was 8 years old, "You're going to grow up and be president one day." I'm telling you. So then what happens is, I don't know how their age difference is, Michelle and Barack, necessarily. I could look it up, but Michelle was a lawyer before him. I think he took some time off. See, because you got to get a 4-year degree first, guys, and then you apply to law school and you do 3 more. They both went to Harvard, but she graduated before him, and she was working at a law firm, a prestigious law firm. Of course, surprise, surprise. Of course, because she made her deal at Princeton. And they sent her and she's got the Luciferian bloodline, and they made a deal with her, you know, because they approach him too. Oh, you're also Lucid. They lie to him too sometimes, right? And so she did her deal there. So then, of course, soon as she graduates law school, you got a prestigious job sent right to it. So she's doing that. So what they do is they send Barack there at his end of law school to partner up with Michelle, and she's supposed to like apprentice him or whatever. That's what the deal is. But they were really put together and known from the start. Look, you guys are going to be the married couple and the first black couple in the White House. That's what you're going to be. Okay. And that's how that started with them. Okay. 100% Luciferians, 100% that's what they did. I don't give a fuck what they say. This is not allegedly, and this is damn sure not for educational purposes only. And I'll see you in the next video.